Hi, I'm Jason Kiebelbeck, and I'm excited to be demonstrating our new Optimal Blue integration. Our new Optimal Blue integration gives you visibility and control over all parameters of your loan product and pricing search. And it displays every product returned from Optimal Blue, so you get the details on the exact loan products you want to use in your rate flyers. Additionally, we've built in features like an admin page, which lets you set default search values and even control if users are able to overwrite those values, as well as search saving to make building your rate flyers a one-click process. So let's start with building a rate flyer. We know you've spent a lot of time and effort making your rate flyers look exactly the way you want them. So it was important to us that any changes we made didn't require you to make any changes to your existing rate flyers. All of your flyers will work with the new Optimal Blue integration out of the box. Additionally, any new flyers won't need to be made any differently than the way you've been building them. So to that end, you still choose your rate flyer, choose your co-marketing partner if you're using one, and choose the property you'll use for the flyer exactly the same way that you always have. Now on step 3, you'll notice a radio button with 2 choices: customize pricing options and use my saved search. We'll go over how to save a search in a bit, but once you have a saved search, clicking the use my saved search radio button will run your saved search criteria along with the property information from the property you chose on this page and bring you right to the list of eligible loan products, so you can choose which products to use on your rate flyer. If, however, you want to run a new search, then select Customize Pricing Options and click the Search Loan Products button. This will bring you into the loan product search page. Now notice the page has been separated into 3 different sections, each containing different categories of information. The first category has your property information, then your borrower information, and the third is the loan product information. A couple things to notice about this page: there are red stars next to some of the fields, and this indicates that those are required fields. Optimal Blue needs this information to determine which loan products are eligible. Also, we've nested some of the lesser used search criteria under these show more options toggles in each section. So if you don't see the search attribute you're looking for, try clicking there. And lastly, you'll notice some of the information has already been filled in on my screen. Most of that comes from the admin page where you can enter defaults, which we'll go over in a few minutes. So let's look at each section individually, starting with property information. If you're building an MLS rate flyer, this data will get pulled in from the MLS listing. If you're building a non-MLS rate flyer, you'll obviously need to manually enter some of that information. One thing I want to call out is that Optimal Blue doesn't use a multifamily property type. Instead, they use single family with an incremental number of units. So if your property is a duplex, for example, your property type will still be single family, but the number of units will be 2. It should all pull in automatically from the MLS as long as the listing has that information. Let's move on to the borrower information section. These are attributes that pertain to the type of borrower you are aiming your marketing pieces at. Frankly, it's a good idea to default these fields in the admin page. Most of our customers don't change this information frequently from one flyer to another. And on to loan product information. Notice this message at the top here. This template supports 3 loan products. As you probably know, rate flyer templates are built to accept a certain number of loan products. And the number of loan products your flyer is built to accept will be the number of loan products you can search on this page. So the rate flyer template I'm using here, for example, was built to display 3 loan products. So my search can include 3 loan products. Again, it's going to save you a lot of time here if you create default loan products on the admin page. Every default loan product you create will appear in these drop downs here. And so users can just select the one they want and all the fields will already be filled out for them. Otherwise, you can select Create Custom Loan Products from the drop down to build your own. And so here you'll be able to enter the loan product information you'd like to use in the search. A couple things to know about these fields. the down payment dollar amount, down payment percent, and loan amount are all interrelated. So if you change one of them, the others will change accordingly. That way, no one has to do any math. Second, if you choose ARM from the amortization type dropdown, another dropdown will appear, allowing you to choose the ARM's term. And last, rate flyer name. This is a text field, and it allows you to enter the flyer name as you would like to see it displayed on your rate flyer. It's a required field, and whatever you type here is what is going to appear on your rate flyer when you print it. So I'd like to take just a second to explain how the search works when you've got multiple loan products, such as I do here. It's essentially running 3 searches at the same time because I've got 3 loan products. So it's going to combine the property information, the borrower information, and each of the loan product informations to create 3 different searches. So it will do property information from the MLS, borrower information that I entered, and then the loan product information that I entered here in loan product 1, and it will run a search for that. We'll do the same for loan products 2 and 3, and it will run those 3 searches at the same time when you click the search rates button. And then the last thing to mention on this page is how you can save your search attributes. Once you've populated all these fields, you can save them by checking the checkbox next to make this my default search for this template. So a search is specific to a template. If you were to go in and build a different template, your search results wouldn't be saved for that template. But next time you go into the same template, even if you'll be searching for a different piece of property, but your search results will be saved and applied to that property. So checking this box is going to save the borrower information and the loan product information. It's not going to save the property information because the next time you build a rate flyer, it will be for a different property. So it doesn't save that. It just pulls that information from whatever property you've selected when you run your next search. So saving your search allows you to use that Save My Search toggle that we saw at the beginning. Basically allows you to skip this page entirely. We'll run the search behind the scenes using your stored search attributes, the new property attributes, and bring you directly to the results page. And here is the search results page. This is probably the most important change that we made with our new integration. We are now showing you every loan product that Optimal Blue sends us back as eligible for your search criteria. See here for loan product 1, there are 3 pages worth of results. All the relevant information about each loan product is in this chart, so you can decide which ones should go on your rate flyer. All of these columns, incidentally, are sortable. The default is to sort by rate, but you can sort by price or anything else that you choose. As you select your search, the loan products rather that you want to use in your flyer by clicking the radio button here, you'll notice that as you pick each loan product, your selection will appear in the upper right, so you can keep track of which ones that you picked. And when you click this Confirm and Create button, the appropriate information about the loan product will get pulled in. We'll use the rate flyer name you entered on the search page, and that's what will go in your rate flyer. So let's pivot now to the admin page. Only users that have permission to see the org admin menu here on the left will be able to get to this page. Go to organization admin and then pricing engine defaults. And this is the page where an admin can enter default values for the borrower and loan product sections of the search page. And notice the screen is split into 2 sections. So let's look at each one of those individually. On the left here, we have default borrower information. You can enter default values for some, all, or none of the fields here. Anything you enter here will appear on the search page in the corresponding field. Also notice the editable column. Checking this box means that the field will be an editable field on the search page. So if you type a default value in for, say, debt to income ratio, and then click the box, check the box on the editable field, your value will appear on the search page. So 15 will appear on the search page. in this case, but the user will be able to edit that value as they choose because we've got the editable box checked. So if they edit that value, then the new value will be used when they run the search. If they don't edit the value, then your default value will be what gets used when the search is run. If you uncheck this box, that means users can't edit this field on the search page. So your default value will appear on the page, but users will not be able to edit it. It will be grayed out. They'll be able to see it, but not edit it. And that default value then would be what was used in the search itself. On the right side of the page is where you create default loan products. If you remember back on our search page, our dropdown had a number of default loan products and the option for choosing to create custom loan products as well. And this is where you can configure that. So you can choose if you want to give users the option to create custom loan products for their searches, or if they are going to be restricted to using only the default loan products that you create here. If you select no, then users will be required to use one of your default loan products. If you select yes, then users can use one of your default loan products, or they can create their own on that search page, just like we reviewed. So to create a default loan product, you click Add Default Loan Product button, and a side panel will open. Here's where you'll enter all of the attributes that make up your default loan products. These should look familiar from the search screen. They should match with a couple of exceptions. One is the menu title. So whatever you enter in this field is what will appear in the loan product dropdown on the search page. So when you give your default loan products a menu title, make sure it's descriptive enough to differentiate it from the rest of the loan products. Usually you want to put in something like the term, the amortization type, maybe the down payment, something that will make it so that your users will understand how it differs from the rest of the products in that dropdown. The other thing to note is that the loan amount isn't here. That number is, of course, dependent on the property price, so you can't really default it. When you're done, just click Add, and your loan product will appear here in the list of defaults. You can go ahead and create as many products as you want to use. You can also edit your default loan products here, delete them, and drag and drop them in order to reorder them. So the order that they appear on this page is the order in which they will appear in the dropdown on the search page. Thank you very much. That's our new Optimal Blue integration. How do you get access to it? You don't actually need to do anything. We're migrating all of our Optimal Blue users into the new integration automatically. If you aren't a current Optimal Blue customer, talk to your customer service manager for more information about how you can be. Thank you very much for your time.